in Ibiza for my leisure. Bliss. I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this, then say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. She 808. 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 Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. She 808. 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 I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. Track at 60. Ready?
Love to throw to get started. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
2nd down and 3.
Set. 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Go.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
19, 18. 70.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be taken in at the 2. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is going to be caught by the rookie wideout. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Motion man, sent right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ballgame. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's going to try it here again.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter. But that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. You got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He'll take a shot for Watson. And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. He'll start at the 4. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, second and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now they'll set up to throw. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And this one will not be returned. Not the best of kicks, as it's going to wind up being touchdown.
Ready, ready. Mustang 19. Go! 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18, Pioneer. Set go.
Love to throw it on first down. Downfield, he's got his receiver, Wicks. And he will score. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Packers. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. A return now from the 4. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. They'll come up here, first and 10. will come out throwing here to start the drive. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
They'll look to throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Coming across the field, it's St. Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Now, faking the give. A throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
Back to 60. Back to 60. 70 Lions. 79 Broncos.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. 21-0 is our score.
Okay, break.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Never a doubt on that sideline. The offense stays out. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. And this will pay off. It is caught. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. No problem there on the extra point, and the Lions get back in it. It is 21-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Warriors 70.
On first and 10, here's Love. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarter.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Detroit.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Jair Alexander up from the secondary to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Williams in motion. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Into space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky this didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
Here's Jacobs. He'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. One more time, it's Jacobs. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
Well, it's clear they didn't have a lot of confidence in their ability to generate enough push inside. That's why they decided to attempt this run on the perimeter. But watch the speed and pursuit of this defense to string this ball out, and they're able to take them down for a loss.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken at the 5. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! 18 Pioneer!
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Ready? Ready?
On 1st down, it's Love. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay. Riker now to add the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Riker it out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Second and a yard.
Let's go now.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18.
To throw is Love. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. A gain there of 11. Good for a Green Bay first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Mike, this guy has just been on another level the entire day. I mean, there's not a guy out there who is seeing the field as well as he has. I mean, forget having days like this as a pro. Most guys don't have days like this at any level throughout their career. I mean, this is one he'll look back on for a long time.
79 Broncos.
On play action, Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready. Go.
From the gun, it's Love. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
Now.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Hey, smash Bronco.
Love. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Back to the air once more. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up third and long, but most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
Throwing now on third and long, and that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Tight end motioning left. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Love to throw it on 1st down. This one caught at the 4. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now Love. And he's in. Touchdown, Packers. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Here we go, here we go. Take go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll drop to throw. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Come 19, come 19. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around. If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
A ball deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Let's go. Wait for this. Track at 60. Go.
To throw is Love. He's going to uncork one, looking for Wicks. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. A big gainer for Green Bay. 53 yards.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so...
2 yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal.
Hey, hey, check that, check that.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run with Jacobs. And he will power his way into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air again on second and 10. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
He'll look to throw here on first down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs.